Apple's 2026 Mac Mini is shaping up to be a quiet but serious upgrade, led by the shift to the M5 and M5 Pro chips. According to current information, the next Mac Mini will focus almost entirely on internal gains, with the M5 delivering roughly a 10 to 15% boost in CPU performance compared to M4, while GPU performance could jump by as much as 45%. Despite retaining a 10-core GPU layout, the newer architecture and added AI-focused enhancements are expected to make a noticeable real-world difference. The M5 Pro variant is where things get more aggressive. Leaks point to two CPU configurations, as usual, a binned 14-core version and an unbinned 16-core version. The binned M5 Pro is expected to feature 4 efficiency cores and 10 performance cores, while the full version could push that to 12 performance cores alongside the same 4 efficiency cores. For a machine this small, that level of CPU density would be extreme, effectively turning the Mac Mini into a compact workstation. Storage and memory options are also expected to scale in familiar ways, with RAM likely starting at 24 GB and configurable up to 48 GB or even 64 GB, while storage could range from 512 GB all the way up to 4 TB. At the end of 2024, Apple finally redesigned the Mac Mini for the first time in nearly 15 years. The standard M4 Mac Mini shipped with a full, non-binned M4 chip, featuring a 10-core CPU split between 6 efficiency cores and 4 performance cores, along with a 10-core GPU. It also came with 16 GB of unified memory as standard, something Apple rarely does at the entry level. While the base storage of 256 GB was limited, the launch price of $599 made it one of the strongest value Macs Apple has ever sold, especially once discounts pushed it closer to $499. That history explains why the 2026 model is unlikely to change externally. After waiting over a decade to refresh the design, Apple has no reason to touch it again so soon. The chassis is expected to remain exactly the same, including the rear-mounted power button that some users dislike. Memory options for the standard M5 Mac Mini are expected to stay at 16 GB, 24 GB, and 32 GB, while storage may finally move up from 256 GB to 512 GB, though that remains uncertain. According to the latest leaks, Apple is targeting WWDC 2026 for the announcement, which typically takes place in the first full week of June, with availability expected about a week later, putting the release around mid-June 2026. Pricing is expected to remain unchanged, with the base M5 Mac Mini starting at $599 and the M5 Pro version beginning at approximately $1,399.